What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Here we are again at Las Vegas at Regionals, round number 13. On the left, we have Robin Schultz playing the Mega Absol, so back-to-back Mega Absol deck versus Truan on the right playing a Joltik box deck. Pretty interesting deck choices here. Truan for sure playing the Joltik box. I definitely didn't expect a Joltik box to be here, but here we are, both at 9-1-2, I believe. So this is gonna be exciting to see who can play this matchup and see who can take it down. I wonder if Robin has played against this matchup and knows how to handle it. Now this list is going to be pretty similar to what we saw last time from Ryuki, so we'll see how that kind of plays out. There's probably some differences and stuff like that, and obviously I don't know. Off the back, I do see that Robin is playing 4 boss orders, and I know Ryuki only played 3, so could be a big difference here. But I think what's going to be really interesting in this matchup is maybe the Cornerstone in Robin's deck. Cornerstone says Pokemon with abilities can't hurt it, and a lot of Truan's Pokemon have the abilities, so that could be one way that they could win this match, right? Just put down Cornerstone, get it powered up, take knockouts on Truan's Pokemon, right? Now Truan is playing Mega Mawa, of course. That could, oh, they're playing Mega Mawa. That's actually pretty cool. That's a card you don't usually see in this Joltik box deck, but it is here now. That could be a way that you could get around that. I think that and Iron Hands are the only 2 ways that Truan can get around that Cornerstone. So be really interesting to see what happens here. So on to Robin. Will they, oh, actually we went Maridon Tandem Unit Pass. Interesting. So Truan won and then did Tandem Unit and just passed. Interesting. I wonder, maybe they don't want to put down a Pokemon for some reason. Not really sure why they passed, but maybe there's a reason. I mean, they are 9-1-2. They know exactly what they're doing here, right? They know exactly what's going on here. But on Robin's turn, we do see the turn 1 trolley, and they're not going to go for Cornerstone here. It looks like we're going for the Mega Kangaskhan, which is fine as well. This Mega Kangaskhan can easily knock out a lot of these Pokemon. Mega Kangaskhan does 200 damage. Flip a coin if it has, does 50 more. But with Monkey Dory, we can move 30 off and start picking some Pokemon. So, as you see, we retreat into the Mega Kangaskhan. And yeah, no Mega Absol this game is needed, right? We're going to put that there. We're going to use the thing, put 2 energies on this Mega Kangaskhan most likely. And yeah, so now what does Truan do here? How do you handle against this Mega deck that has so much HP? And has Truan played this matchup? That's what I want to know. Has Truan played against this matchup at all? They have played against it, and they did win. In round 11, they did play Connor playing this matchup. So, we'll see, can they take it down or not? We do see Truan going for the Joltik and the Pikachu, going to Arven. And so they didn't get anything with the turn 1 Tandem Unit. Now they are using the Arven here, grabbing a Charm. Okay, so Charm is a good counter for, you know, the Mega Kangaskhan. It kind of makes it where you can't immediately get knocked out. But that Pikachu is very scary, right? If Robin can find a way to do damage to this Pikachu, they'll be in a great spot, because then they can do the 200 damage, take a knockout. We see the Iron Hands, a Latias come down for retreat from that. Going to put a Hard Charm on this Ampy very much. And now we're going to use the Joltik Charge here, or Jolting Charge, and get 4 energies out. Going to put, where do we split this? Where do we split these energies? Going to put 3 on the Iron Hands, 4 on the Iron Hands. All right, so that Iron Hands is loaded up. We are putting all the energies on here for sure. On the Robin's turn, I'm going to use the ability to draw 2, and they can start swinging this turn. They could put energy on Mega Kangaskhan. They could put energy on Mega Kangaskhan, bosses up, hit it for 200, and see how many flips they get. If they flip 1 heads, they do 250, and then if Truan punches the Mega Kangaskhan, well, Robin can attach energy to Monkey Dory, move 30, and take a knockout. So, let's see. Arven, unfortunately, so no boss order this turn. We do find a Pokegear and a Charm. So, no second... no second Turbo Energize. That would be kind of cool to see, but I think Robin did prize one. I could be very wrong. But we see the Pokegear, we see the Charm. Let's see what else is in the hand. Let's see. So we got the Dark Energy on the Mega Kangaskhan. We're going to retreat, free retreat from the Latias. Going to put the Mega Kangaskhan. Have the Lively Stadium to give Mega Kangaskhan even more HP. And now, what else is in the hand? We have a Charm as well. Do you put down the Charm or not? This is going to be a question. Nope, not going to put down the Charm. We're just going to punch for 30 or whatever. They didn't flip a coin. Very unfortunate. We should have flipped some coins here. We should have flipped some coins. Now, on Truan's turn, going to use that Fezidipity and draw 3. Now, I think what they're looking for is for a boss to knock out this Evil Tall, maybe the Monkey Dory. Probably the Monkey Dory, right? The Monkey Dory seems pretty cool to knock out right now, if they can. Let's see if that's what they decide to go for. Not 100% confident. So going to boss up the Evil Tall, not going up the Monkey Dory, okay. They can amp you very much for 2 price cards here, and that's what we're going to see. We're going to see amp you very much. Yeah, there you go, Truan. Yeah, you saw Truan want to do that. Oh, Lively Stadium, but Truan's like, yeah, I hit for weakness. What are you talking about? That Evil Tall has like, it did like 1 million damage to it. Yeah, I was like, oh my goodness. But yeah, I like 100% it's because of weakness. I was like, oh yeah, duh. That's why I was pointing out the Evil Tall first, because they have weakness. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty cool. So it did amp you very much. Take 2 price cards. Now it's 5-4, and let's see what happens now. How does Robin handle this, right? You can't one-shot this Iron Hands right now. It has 310 HP. We see the counter catcher, but what do you counter catch up? The Pheasantipity? All right, so we need to flip heads here with a Lively Stadium. I guess regardless of the flip heads. We're reading the Lively Stadium. Just make sure we know how much damage is boosted. We did counter catcher, bring up the Pheasantipity, and I mean, if Robin has an energy this turn, we need to play the energy, of course. We have a Arvin. And let's see, what does Arvin find? Not counter catcher, Vessel, and do we have? Okay, we do have the second turbo in the deck, so we could have maybe gone that, but Robin wanted to be a little more aggressive, just saying, hey, I don't want you to keep using Jolting Charge kind of thing. We do see the Vessel discarding the turbo energize, which is fine. I don't think we're going to use it anymore. Getting fighting, getting a dark. Could put a dark on the Mega Kangaskhan is not a bad thing. Right, just get that powered up. I think you put a fighting on the Mega Kangaskhan, then you can say the Dark Energy for Monkey Dory or something. Let's see if Robin decides to go that play, or do you go Dark Energy first on the Monkey Dory? Fighting Energy Latios? I was about to say that's crazy. That's a crazy play, but we do see the Charm onto the Mega Kangaskhan, and let's go for some flips here, right? This is gonna be a big flip. Let's see what happens. If it's a heads, it's knockout, and it's off the table. Come on, Robin, keep the dice on the table. All right, and it's heads, knockout. All right, going out of 3 price cards. Let's go. Love to see some gambling. We're in Las Vegas, of course. We got to do some gambling here. I gotta flip some coins here. And we gotta do some gamble with luck, right? All right, so taking a knockout. That Pikachu will get a Metal Energy. Okay. Can Truan go for a energy switch play or not? They do not play energy switch. They can't go for an energy switch play. Okay, I was like, can they go for energy switch? Tool Scrapper, bump the stadium, punch for 300, right? That would have been cooking, but we do not play a energy switch, or that could be possible. No, yeah, it could be possible. We're missing a lightning, which is right here. So, Manga. See, the problem with Mega Mawa, and I still don't understand to this day, is how do you power Mega Mawa in 1 turn? Oh my goodness, Truan plays Crispin. Duh, Josh, that's how you powered up 1 turn. Oh my goodness, I'm so silly. They play 4 Crispin in their deck. That's crazy. I don't see any in the hand. That might have done it, maybe. Well, they need the Tool Scraper and a Stadium Bump. But we're going to punch for a ton of damage here. Onto Robin's turn, 160. So you could, if you have Penny, of course, you're going to play Penny this turn. Of course, maybe move 30 first. That's the thing as well. You can move 30. Let's see what else is in Robin's hand. Do we have like an energy switch as well? Dark Energy Monkey Dory. Going to move Adrenal Brain, move the 30. Do you put on the Pikachu? Yep, definitely put on the Pikachu. You're going to pop that Pikachu. And this is because it has a Resolute Heart. If it's full HP and knocked out, it's 10 damage left. So you definitely don't want to play that. Oh, we have the boss order. So we're going to boss up the Pikachu actually. Going to punch it in the face. And this makes it where Iron Hands still doesn't, it makes it where Iron Hands does not knock you out next turn. So now we go down to 1 price card. Yep. And no flips are needed because you do 230 exactly. The 30 plus the 200. It has 230 HP because of Lively. Now it's Truan's turn. What does Truan do here? They do have Mega Mawa. And so, will we see the Mega Mawa come down? We are seeing Nest Ball. Will we see a Pikachu come down? What will they do here? What will Truan do? Do they have enough energies left in deck to go for a Crispin play? There is a Blood Moon. Alright, so Blood Moon has made an appearance. That Blood Moon, I think, has like 290 HP right now. Yeah, has 290 because of Lively. Yep. I wonder how hard the graphics team has to work to bump everybody up by 30 and stuff like that. That's pretty crazy. But let me see. Pokegear. Okay, Pokegear is being used for nothing. Oh my goodness. All right, so Pokemon doesn't find anything. And what else does Truant have here? What do they have? I see a Crispin. They could play that. Going to retreat into Blood Moon and just punch. I think Blood Moon does take a knockout. Actually, it's 10 damage short according to the graphic. And yeah, going to do 240. That's insane. That Pokemon's going to have 370 damage counters on it. Holy cow. Look at all that damage on that Pokemon. Oh my god. Alright, so Double Monkey Dories come down. We can move 60 to the active. And then... we move 60 to where? Where do we move 60? I guess anywhere, right? You can move the 60 plus boss, and it's a knockout on a bunch of Pokemon. Yeah, to the Latias, put 60 there, and then there we go. So Double Monkey Dory. Oh my goodness, the Double Monkey Dory is so sick in this matchup too, because like everybody has 200 and 10 to 50 HP, right? I think the max is 60, 260. I guess Magamawa has 270, but. Yeah, Robin played those 3 bosses coming in clutch, back-to-back knockouts on the Pikachu. I think it was on the Pikachu with the boss, and then onto that. Yeah, it's pretty sick. Trying to think how Truant plays this matchup going forward. I mean, they did a pretty good job. They surprised the Ampy very much. They got a knockout, and it brought it down to 4. But after that, they couldn't take any more knockouts, which is very unfortunate. They almost tried to get the Pikachu powered up, but I just think this is a very heavily favored matchup for the Mega Kangaskhan and Mega Absol deck. Just because like Truant's only way to one-shot stuff is through the Pikachu, right? So that's the big thing here is Pikachu. But let's see what happens. Both players gonna set up here, and let's see what happens in this game number 2. All right, so there we go. Fist bump, and Robin is going to go first because Truant lost and said, you know what, you can go first. I want to be able to use Jolting Charge. And Truant does start the Miraidon again, which is great because you can use that tandem unit, start finding your Joltiks. They have Pikachu in hand as well, so they could use Joltik to power Pikachu and stuff like that. But they need to find a Latias. There's the Joltik. And do we grab gonna grab Pikachu? Yeah, it's fine. Precious Charlie prize for Robin. Ooh, that's a big thing there for sure. But let's say we are eyeballing up some energies, which means that we have way to retreat this Miraidon and swing. It looks like the internet cut out there on their side. So we do have we have the Arven, which Arven can find Air Balloon and maybe Vessel. Okay, going to grab Tool. Interesting, they showed the Tool Scrapper off, saying, you know what, I do play Tool Scrapper, so that's a pretty interesting thing to show off. But we do say, hey, we do play Tool Scrapper. The internet's messing up. This is not my computer. It must have been choppy at the regionals. Puts the Air Balloon, put the Grass Energy, drops the other Pikachu, and gonna load up both Pikachu. So we're saying, you know what, I'm going to start punching for 300 damage next turn. No matter what, you better watch out, Robin. So this is what Truant needs to do to take a knockout. And since they have Tool Scrapper in the hand, they can pump like a Charm off or anything next turn if Robin does put that down. Now Robin does have a Charm in the hand, so we could see the Charm going to, not the Charm, the Turbo Energy going to the active. And we do see Robin using Arven here, probably expecting to grab Precious Trolley, but their Precious Trolley is preciously priced. So that is unfortunate if you are a fan of this deck. So we will not see a game with Precious Trolley. So let's see, how does Robin navigate this now? What does Robin do here now that they don't have access to their Precious Trolley? They can't load their bench up and everything like that. So I do see Robin eyeballing up Cornerstone, and Cornerstone could be very interesting. Like we talked about this in game number 1. Truant doesn't really have a way to deal with this Cornerstone, and now if they attach 5 energies, that could be a big problem because they only play 13 energies, right? So 5 are attached. We see the Nest Ball, we see the Charm, and looks like we are eyeballing up the Turbo play. So we're going to put a Turbo on the active. Right, Charm, Nest Ball, gonna grab Cornerstone here, and yep, this is gonna be interesting now. So the game has definitely changed, right? Galvantula doesn't matter because no, it's Pokemon with abilities, right? Yeah, it's Pokemon with abilities. It doesn't matter about EX Pokemon. Yeah, avoid all damage from attacks, but yeah, it's not a it is not an EX nullifier. It is a you can't hurt me if you have abilities nullifier. So Galvantula actually doesn't do anything. I don't know if that's what they're showing it. I don't know, they're just talking about Galvantula for some reason. So now what does Truant do here? We do see the Crispin coming down. Right? If we're going to be able to get energies onto these Pikachus and take a knockout, right? But I don't think Robin is going to... I think Robin's going to force Truant to try to set up another Pokemon. Try to set up a Iron Hands. Trying to set up a Mega Mawile, right? And that's going to be the big thing here. So we do see the Metal and Lightning going to the hand. Truant will definitely be able to take up a 3-price knockout this turn, right? They're 100% going to do 300 damage, knock out this Mega Kangaskhan with their Pikachu. Pikachu showing off some energy going to there. But now, if you're Truant, what do you do after that, right? Robin's just going to start attacking with Cornerstone, and attack with Cornerstone, and attack with Cornerstone. It looks like Truant is going to go for the Iron Hands here. And it's going to be up to Robin to boss the Iron Hands up and start being really aggressive to that. If they can start punishing the Iron Hands, we're in a great spot. Truant could also, well, I think if you're Truant, you definitely go for the knockout of Pikachu just to get the Kangaskhan off the field so they can't run Aaron to draw cards, right? I think that's the big thing here. We do see the Lightning to the Iron Hands. And yeah, we're gonna see a Topaz Bolt. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, for 300 damage. Now on to Robin's turn. Do they have Counter Catcher? Do they have Boss Order? That's gonna be the big thing here. We're gonna Nest Ball for another Cornerstone, saying, you know what, you're gonna deal with multiple Cornerstones. And I do see a Boss Order in their hand, right? So we're gonna see Robin boss up that Iron Hands, most likely punch it in the face. Got some Counter Catcher too. Either way, yeah, you Counter Catcher. Yeah, I think, yeah, probably, I think you Counter Catcher because you can Pokegear later on for Boss's Orders if you need to. Remember, Robin is playing 4 Boss's Order, so that's going to be a big thing here. So yeah, I think you go Counter Catcher. We're going to go Boss, actually. Going to save the Counter Catcher and going to punch his Iron Hands. I guess, okay, maybe this is the logic, is you get Arvin for Counter Catcher, and so you have more outs, right? Because Robin's, they're going to two-shot this. But now what does Truant do here? Your Iron Hands can easily be knocked out, this turn. If you do keep in the axe spot. We do see a Mega Mawile come down, but then Robin can also just, boss that up next turn. And then you have both Pokemon set up for knockout. And then what does Truant do there? We see the Arvin going to the hand. And this is the time of these Cornerstones are so strong, right? Just punishing your opponent. Because now Truant's going to be able to put this on the put the booster capsule. Going to be able to Vessel away, discard 2, right? Robin's then going to Counter Catcher up the Mega Mawile, punch it in the face. It does 2-shot the Mega Mawile. So yeah, we see the Metal Energy going to Truant's hand. Do they have enough energies? Remember, they discarded 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, so they have 8 total right now. There's a Grass Energy, so you can put a Grass on the Joltik, and then you go for the charge here. What do you do now if you're Truant? You just stand a double Cornerstone, and you don't even take a knockout next turn, and then Robin's going to be able to put an energy on the Cornerstone next turn, and then threaten this new attacker. Like 2 attackers left. So now what does Truant do here? Going to use the Jolting Charge. Going to power up their Pokemon. Going to get the Lightning. Going to get Lightning. Grass, so we don't have enough metals as of right now. I imagine Truant does have a way to get back energies. They do play Super Rod, so that can get back 3. We have the metal in the hand, but if you're Robin here, I think you definitely just punch the Mawile in the face. Mawile can do, and it's metal colorless. So there's the energy. Show us. Oh, they have the other Counter Catcher in the hand. Oh, they have Counter Catcher in the hand. Sorry, last turn they used Boss Order. Sorry. We see Lily's Termination, shuffle, draw 8. And this is because Robin knows they're taking a knockout, so they want to use their Lilies, draw 8 cards, and Truant actually does not play any form of hand disruption. So Robin's going to draw 8 cards here. Remember, they have 4 outs to Boss Order, now 3, because they've used 1 the turn before. We're going to see 8 cards here. Make sure you grab 8. Make sure we don't make any misplays or anything. There's a Boss Order in the hand. So now what do you do, right? You can put a Charm on a Pokemon. Sure, why not? But yeah, I'm going to punch this Mawile in the face. And now, what does Truant do here? You can punch this Cornerstone, but it doesn't take a knockout. Yeah, both your Pokemon that have answers to this Cornerstone they're now heavily damaged, right? And this is the big thing here. Interesting turn of events. Very two different games here. Robin saying, you know what? I think I could checkmate you with double cornerstone. And, this game, and, it looks like we might see that. Now, the thing about this Bravier charm, it does save your Mega Mawile for being knocked out immediately. Oh, actually, if Truan plays Crispin to get 2 medals somehow in the active, or a Crispin to get 1 and then attach the other, we could take a knockout this turn, but no, we don't see it. We see the switch into the Iron Hands. Gonna punch. Now, if you're Robin here, which Pokemon do you go after? That's gonna be the big question. So gonna punch with Iron Hands. Not taking a knockout, of course. You have to 2-shot this. All right. It does 20 more damage because of the energy boost capsule is what's happening. So, what do you do here? What do you do if you're Robin now? Do you just punch the active for knockout and then Mega Mawile comes up? Robin doesn't play any tool cards or anything, so that's scary. So now what do you do if you're Robin? You could just retreat. That could be a thing too, and force Truan to have a boss order. They're talking about Penny, so you could Penny. If you have an energy switch, that would be a great play because you can energy switch plus Penny, right? So go to boss, bring up the Mega Mawile, gonna punch it and say, you know what? I don't know. What do you say here? What do you say if you're in Robin's position? Because now if you're Truan, well, how do you treat this Mega Mawile? That's the first question. How do you treat the Mega Mawile? We already played Switch. Truan, they only played 1 Switch. You can't switch again. If you attack with the Mega Mawile and take a knockout Cornerstone, Robin then knocks this out, and then Hands can't knock this out. Okay. And just a pass? Just a pass? Oh my goodness, we don't have enough metal to even take a knockout this turn. So now Robin can knock out the Mega Mawile. Do you go for Penny this turn? If you Penny this turn, and Penny's not a bad play if it's in the hand, because you can Penny this up, send up a new Pokemon, or send up the fresh new one, put this back down, attach energy, and you should be able to get enough energies on the new Cornerstone. But I don't see Penny in the hand. I see Arven. So we're going to Arven here. Looks like we're going to Poke Gear. Yeah, I imagine if Robin had the Arven or the Penny, we definitely would have saw it. How many pennies is Arven? They play 3. Do they not have one in the hand? I guess it doesn't matter too much because Robin's going to take a knockout. Iron Hands comes up. Actually, does Ampy very much takes a knockout? Ampy very much does take a knockout. And not only does it take a knockout, it will take 3 prize cards because Ampy very much takes an extra prize card. Oh, so what do you do if you're Robin here? So we have Counter Catcher. We have that. So we're going to actually Counter Catcher this up. Okay, so now, Robin just said, you know what? I hope you don't have a way to retreat this to win the game. That's it. Actually, they didn't have the 4th energy regardless. They didn't have the 4th energy, but taking this out is great. Putting extra energy in the Cornerstone is okay. So now if you're Truan, what do you do here? You put down the Pheasantipity. You get Faz for 3. But now what do you do? What do you do in this situation here? How do you handle this matchup now, right? You can send the Mega Mawile, maybe take a knockout, but what do you do after that? And just a pass onto Robin's turn. Does Robin just knock the Mega Mawile maybe? That's not a bad play, right? Yeah, gotta boss up this Mega Mawile, take a knockout. Going down to 1 card, or 1 prize card. We see the Vessel, discarding a Mega Absol. Getting a Dark Energy. Do they do some Monkey Dory stuff? Probably not. Doesn't really seem worthwhile. Huh. Yeah, just Truan just ran out of energy cards. What it looks like they did have 1 metal prize. They did have 1 discarded early, and they only played the 3. That's the problem, right? So, yeah, they had 1 metal prize, 1 was already attached to Pikachu, and 1 of the active. So they actually couldn't go for a Gobble Down or a huge bite. So, We will see a knockout. We have a lively stadium too. I think Robin's just getting ready if their opponent does go for like a Iono or something. Robin has no idea what cards are in Truan's deck, right? So on to Truan, what do you do here? I have no idea. I don't know what you do. You get fast for 3. Like Blood Moon doesn't do anything. Tandem unit, yeah, I don't even know what you search for here. It just looks like Robin will win this game. Yeah, I don't see how. And yep, Truan does not have an answer to these cornerstones, and Double Cornerstone has won Robin Schultz's game. They do steal a game from Double Cornerstone, which is a fantastic feeling. I know what that feels like. But yeah, I thought Truan, they had this really cool play where like Double Pikachu set them up and they were so excited, and then Robin was like, yep, here's my cornerstones. How do you deal with it this game? And after that, you know, I don't think Truan had really the answer. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. That was a crazy game there. Like the game 1, the flips and stuff like that was exciting to see, right? Robin had that crazy flip early game. And yeah, Robin's able to take this match 2-0 with their Mega Box stack. So that's pretty cool. But guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for round number 14. Alrighty, bye.